Hello there, World of Tankers, and welcome to the channel. I'm your host, World of Blitz, and in today's video, we are going to be taking a look at the Alt Proto AMX 30, the Tier 8 French Premium Medium Tank that just literally got released into crates 4 minutes ago from recording today's video. I've been up playing Mario Odyssey on my Switch for the past probably 6 hours, waiting for these crates to be released. It's 5 in the morning, and I feel like death. So, please consider smashing that subscribe button down below, and the like button if you enjoy this dedication. Let's get into me wasting my money. We can see that the Alt Proto is in crates, because it's wargaming, and they love throwing everything they sell into crates. Now, thankfully, I have a decent chunk of gold, and we're just gonna be buying the most expensive bundle, because why not? I still have 27,000 gold left over anyway, so we should be fine. 10 crates, and how many charms do we need for the tank guaranteed? Probably 30. We're just gonna go, yes, we do need 30, so that would mean it's, what, 40-something thousand gold to get your hands on the tank completely? It's 17,500 times 3, so 52,000 gold to get your hands on this vehicle guaranteed. Ooh boy, doesn't that sound like a swell deal? No, it really doesn't. Hey! Well, at least I can feel happy I didn't waste all too much gold getting my hands on this vehicle. I don't know if there's a legendary camo. Oh, I guess there is a legendary camo. Actually, I knew that. It's just really early, so my brain's not, it's not really working all too much. Either way, as you can see, we got the tank, and we got the camo, and it was only about $50 worth of gold. I mean, it was still 17,500 gold to get the tank. That's nothing to scoff at, but I'm happy. I at least got the tank, and I didn't have to throw away my lung and heart to get my hands on it. So this is the Alt Proto. As you'll notice, it's quite a large vehicle. It's not as large as the FCM 50-ton or CDC, but it's also not nearly as small as a tank like the Brask. It's pretty similar in size to what I would say the Revelarice. The first thing we're going to do is fully equip this tank. Let's put on that camouflage, and yeah, it's a weird looking camo, I'm going to be honest. I don't really know what it's supposed to be. Let's just take a look at this camo real quick. What is it supposed to be? It's cool. I mean, I don't mind it. It looks like sort of like a gas mask almost, but yeah, it's a cool camo. It's not too bad. Let's make our way to consumables. There's nothing too special about the tank here. We're just going to swap out my speed for a repair kit. Then we're going to put on, as usual, double food and fuel. And let's finish off by putting equipment on this tank. First of all, we should talk about the DPM. It's pretty decent, but nothing crazy. Personally, I like having penetration, so we're going to be giving this vehicle calibrated shells. We're going to be doing it not a defense system, but improved modules to increase our ramming potential. And we're going to be putting on view range because that is just an absolute must-have for any tank. Alright, next up we have enhanced gun laying drive, improved assembly, engine accelerator, V-stabs, toolbox, and to finish it off, consumable delivery system, because I like getting my stuff back faster. Let's give it some ammunition. I don't need that much HE. 10 should definitely get the job done. And there you go. Alright, the tank is fully kitted out. Let's take a quick look at the statistics. Let's go over the armor, and I'll give you my basic ideas on how I think it's going to play, and then I'll show you how it's going to play with some gameplay. So let's take a look at these stats. What does it have going for it? First of all, a pretty solid gun. .308 dispersion is great, and when you add that into the fairly fast aiming time of 3.4 seconds, it'll definitely get the job done. The 2085 damage per minute is nothing crazy, but it does feature 280 damage per shot, which is pretty beefy. And I should also mention the penetration is absolutely insane for a medium, at 230 on the standard and 275 with APCR. So yeah, you have a little bit of yin and yang. The DPM is not incredibly high, but wow, does that penetration more than make up for that poor DPM. And it's not even bad DPM, it's just not great. When it comes to the gun depression, it sits at 10 degrees, which is great. Allows you to be flexible on all ridge lines. Mobility wise, this is a French tank, so you can expect it to be fast, which it is, going at a top speed of 58 and a reverse of 20, averaging 41 with a powered weight of 25.3. So a fairly mobile tank overall, and yeah, it's definitely going to be keeping up with some of the faster tanks in the pack. The final thing I wanted to showcase is the armor profile, so let me go pull that up. Yeah, the armor's not great, but it is also a French tank, so pretty expected. This is a Type 59 aiming at the Alt Proto. Type 59 has 181 standard pen. We are using calibrated on it, so more like 190s, but yeah, we can see the armor's not great. The upper plate's about 185, which means, yeah, against tier 7s, you might get a bounce here or there, but for the most part, your lower and upper plate aren't going to get all too many bounces. The turret cheeks are pretty poor, only about 170 to 140. Once again, the majority of shells from tier 8 are going to butter right through you, but this tank does have some pretty decent spots as well, like the mantlet itself. While absolutely awful against APCR, anything over about 220 pen is going to go right through it. It actually is decent. I mean, it's about 220 thick, and that means the majority of standard shells from mediums will actually struggle to penetrate the turret. Not only that, but when you're hull down, the upper plate becomes an auto ricochet, and that's also very good. So it's got a lot of troll. I wouldn't say it's good armor, but as you can see, it's got a lot of angles and a lot of spots that you might just bounce because that's where your shell decides to go. As I said, it's not good armor, but it's a heck of a lot better than the majority of French tanks like the Barrasque, Rev, FCM 50-ton, and AMX CDC. So now, back in Blitz, let's actually see how the tank performs with some gameplay. Overall, I don't think this is going to be a vehicle that you should really think about spending your money on. In fact, I would stay very far away. It's not a bad tank, it looks pretty well balanced in my eyes, but for crates, and especially crates as frickin' expensive as Wargaming's having them be, it's just not worth the money. Save your time, save your money, and maybe this tank will come out in the Blitz Fair. It'll definitely come out cheaper in the future. Buy it then. Don't waste your gold on this tank. Now, obviously, if you don't care and money's not an object to you, then it doesn't matter to me. But I'm just saying, for the average person out there, this is definitely a tank that is decent, but not crate decent. Yes, we finally loaded into battle. It has literally been 20 minutes. It is now sitting at actually 5:30, so it's been 25 minutes since you saw me in Matchmaker queue, and now we're in a battle. Isn't that so exciting? Wow! Alright, well, hopefully it's a good battle up against us. It is a decent matchup. We got a Progetto 46 and a T23E3. Alright, well, as we can see, mobility-wise, the tank is keeping up even with a light tank using speed boost like the WZ-131. But you should also keep in mind that this is essentially a light tank because it's French, so yeah, it's expected to be this mobile. Alright, let's see what we can do. The M41D is driving very fast, but looks like has stopped just in time so that I couldn't shoot him. I don't want to play overly aggressive, because the Progetto, while it does have less damage per shot than me with single shot, does have much higher multi-shot, which is obviously the case for a tank like that. But we were... oh, of course. Is that my tier 8? No, it's a tier 7, but... still not a great opportunity for me to be having here. Alright, well, I have teammates. I wouldn't say I have a lot. I do have the ISU, though, it looks like, and we're going to get a big ol' slap into this guy once, and I want to get around him, which I'm hopefully going to be able to do. There you go, another nice shot. We're just going to chill right here for now, and hopefully he's going to bounce me, which he did. We get a nice clear, and even though this is looking like instant death, at least I have some support from my team. Alright, let's get a shell into the prog, and he shot me. Interesting. Not only did he shoot me, but he rolled me for 300, which is a max roll. The good news is that, well, the 59 Patton bought me time to leave. I'll give him credit, even though he is probably a not-so-good player. He allowed me to do what I needed to, so... not too bad. We can see here this is where that great mobility of the French playstyle comes in. I mean, I've easily been able to just dip out of this bad situation I was stuck in, and because of that, now we're back at it trying to farm more tanks. We got a nice shell into the AT already. We're going to try and get one more slap into this AT real quick. There you go. And with that, now this AT looks like he's quite mad at me, but that's completely fine, because with a tank like the Alt Proto, you've got so much mobility, it doesn't really matter all too much. So the AT shoots my teammate, and look at that standard pen this thing features. That is insane. Being able to just go right through tanks without even really regarding armor is pretty dang ridiculous. Once again, right through that AT tank, and I'm pretty sure that the M41D would bounce me hull down, as we did say the armor on this tank, while it's not great, is definitely good enough to get bounces. The gun's also plenty good to deal with turrets like the Emil 1951. It'll butter through that like SpaghettiOs, so you got no problems there. What I do want to clear is most likely this SU-152 as of now. That's obviously a very big threat, but it is running the 122, so not nearly as big of a threat. Now, my 45 TP does not seem to understand fully what he's doing here, but that's fine. You can see the hull down capabilities of this tank will actually get bounces here and there. And because this tank is at 10 degrees of gun depression, it allows you to work the tank on the ridgelines very, very well. So we've brought this full health SU-152 down to a one-shot, and even if he pins me at this point, well, I was going to say it doesn't matter, but we didn't even hit him because the game don't like me too much. Alright, let's try this again. There you go. Nice clear on to the enemy SU-152. And at this point, we're up on base cap. Even though the enemy team has captured that one base, which was the SU-152, it appears like it doesn't matter at all too much. They are capturing C, which is fine with me. I kind of hope they capture the bases so that I can get more damage. So let's see, we got the Emil off to the side. There you go, nice slap rain to the Emil, but we are going to have to back up, because as of right now, we're not in the best situation for living. So we're going to back up right here. All we need to do is reload a little bit longer, and now we have a shell. Okay, nice. Let's see if we can clear the Emil. Well, that was a bad shot for me, I'll be honest. I could have aimed that a little bit better, but it shouldn't matter all too much. We just got to reload a little bit longer, and a bonk. There you go. Great example, once again, of this gun just not giving a single crap about armor. The ability this gun has to just roll right through even pretty well-armored tanks like that Emil is pretty dang insane. Now we've got the AMX off to the side, which we were able to get one penetration rate into. We're going to reload, and even though they are going very, very slightly up on base cap, it shouldn't matter all too much, as long as I'm able to do this correctly. So let's see, the 45 is going to push, but I'm going to try and help out here. So I'm going to get well, let's see, base cap's going up fast, so right now what I'm going to do is I'm going to push this guy. We're going to get towards his side, and oh my god, it is very, very close to being a loss, but the AMX did not kill my teammate, and we were able to finish him off, coming out with a victory, and just about 5,000 damage. So that was that for a first battle in the Alt Proto. I'd say that's a pretty smoshing battle. So there you go, 5,038 damage dealt, 1,125 blocked, and we got an ace, pulled out Radley Walters, I mean, 255,000 credits. It's always fun when you play your first battle on a tank to have a crazy game like that, and if you don't believe me that's my first game, because a lot of people try to accuse me of oh my god, I did a 0. Well, I get to explain to you guys what happened. Apparently, I have another battle, which you can't even see on my battle records. When I wasn't able to load into battle and Wargaming reset the server, I closed the game while I was still in queue. It turns out that while I was in queue, the game still sent me into battle. Well, it actually turns out that this is my second battle in the Alt Proto. A pretty good game. The first one was a 0, so a really good game compared to the first one. Battle number 2. What are we gonna do here? Well, up against us, we can see a Charlemagne, which is a test tank, so that'll be interesting to fight. Not only do we have that, but then we got a bunch of normal vehicles. Okay. What do I have? I have an LTG. Well, I guess we're gonna find out how this battle works. They have one FCM-50. I think the Charlemagne, if I'm not mistaken, is a Tier 8 British heavy tank, so as of now, we'll see if this LTG wants to help me or not. Looks like not, but not much I can do about bad teammates. We are going to chill right here. We've already been able to spot the Panther, which is pretty nice, and yeah, we're going to continue chilling here. Panther's going to cross. I'm not sure why the Panther decided to cross after we spotted, but I'm going to be honest. Oh, yeah, they're already on my side. Breh, no, me not deal with this right now. Me leave, bad, no fun. Alright, well, we get a shell into the FCM. Another low roll, but at least we broke his turret, which... What the heck happened to our... Okay, well, this is probably a loss. Let's be real. This team is not looking all too amazing so far. We get a nice shot into the Charlemagne. Now, something you should know about that tank is it does feature Hesh. Very, very nasty Hesh at that. It's got pretty nice damage per shot. I think it's like 530. It's kind of like a Chimera, just a heavy tank version of it, which is, yeah, not super fun to fight if you think about it. Our team is struggling to fight a singular FCM. I am actually baffled that it's taking this long to kill, as I said, a singular FCM 50 ton. Alright, well, let's see. We got the Panther off to the side, which we were able to get a slap into. Not too bad. You can see once again where the Alpha and the gun are both very nice things that this tank carries. I would love to get a shell into the T-28. There you go. Nice slap for 235. I'd also like to not get blocked by my teammate, but I guess that's a little too much to ask. Alright, well, let's see if we can get a shell into the T-77. No, we can't, apparently. We're going to bounce him. Alright, at this point in time, I have a bad feeling about what's going on. Let's see if I can get at least a little bit of damage out into that T-77. The Charlemagne is probably going to kill my teammate, but we can get another shot in. There you go, not too bad. At this point, it's not looking all too good, let's be real. My team's falling apart very, very fast, which is not what you want. T-77 still right there. We got the T-28 off to the side, but, oh wow, yeah, we just got absolutely bonked as well. Well, that sucks, but there's nothing I can really do about it. But we are actually not in the worst situation ever. With the enemy team doing what they're doing, we are still in a possible win scenario here. I'm kind of hoping that Charlemagne puts himself in a bad spot. Unfortunately, that was not a bad spot, but we are up on base cap, which is good. And if this T-77 decides to cross, ooh, he's very close to bonk. There you go. Nice shot into the T-77, leaving him at least a little bit lower. Our ISU-130 is not very healthy, though, as we can see. Let's see if I can get another slap, and there you go. Another great example of the penetration of this tank. I mean, the fact that you can just butter right through even heavily armored tanks easily allows this to be such a strong tank on the battlefield. I gotta be honest, I'm a lot more surprised than I thought I was going to be on how efficient this tank is when it comes to what it can do. So, there you go. A pretty solid victory overall. Let's be real, not a bad game for my second battle. I think we did close to 3,000, if not more than 3,000. Let's take a look. 2859. Not a bad result at all. We assisted 200, which isn't all too much, but hey, we got a second ace in a row, so I'll take it. There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. This is the AMX Alt Proto. Now, for people in the comments that might think I've cherry-picked gameplay or lied to you, I haven't. You can see these are the only two battles I've played in the tank. I had one battle, which you can't even see the results of, and that's because I tried closing my game, as I said earlier. So, apart from that, these are the only two battles I've played in the tank, and as you can see, I've only played in 3 in total. So, if you want my entire opinion on this vehicle, it seems actually pretty fun. I gotta be real. I thought it was going to be worse than it actually ended up being, but that's good. I think that it's very well balanced, and for the average player, it's not going to be a great tank by any means, but if you understand how to use it, the penetration is lovely. As many of you know, I like Alpha, I like Pen. It's why I like the Lance and C so much. And this is kind of like a Lance and C, but a lot more mobile with actually better armor. Overall, this is just a flat better Lance and C, which is actually pretty solid. So if you like that tank, this is kind of what it plays like. Hopefully you enjoyed today's video, and if you'd like to see more like it, I'll see you all in the next one. Bye-bye.